Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Simon here with the second part of our Star Wars Wednesday reaction series, The Bad Batch. It's nice having two things to react to on a Wednesday morning that are both Star Wars related. And we are getting very close now to the end of the season for The Bad Batch. Last episode was a bit of a weird one in a way. I mean, it was very visually compelling. You know, the island of Pabu. I think that was the name of the island. It was the name of the island or the planet. I can't remember specifically, but Pabu was a real demonstration in how beautiful something can look in modern animation. And you know, it was a real idyllic place to live. They're teasing with the idea of the Bad Batch settling down, retiring, you know, kind of just chilling out from, you know, all of the kind of adventures that they've been on, especially now that they seem to have broken away from Sid. And, you know, their place in the galaxy is a little bit less certain than they would have hoped. What I feel is going to happen here is they may find out that Crosshair has been taken, and that might draw them away from Pabu, or Pabu is going to be wrecked by the Empire. Sid is going to sell them out, the Empire is going to find them, and, you know, whenever someone finds a good thing in Star Wars, sometimes it gets destroyed. And I'm worried that that's what's going to happen with Pabu here. But again, you know, they're teasing Omega making a friend, everyone enjoying the food, the location. I mean, sure, the island was a little bit wrecked last episode by a storm surge or a sea surge, which again, very coincidental that it hadn't happened in 30 plus years, and it just happened to happen at the exact moment that they showed up. Either the Bad Batch are really, really bad luck charms, or they've got horrible timing. I thought it would have made more sense to have it be like, you know, the Empire showed up and started blasting the planet, or I don't know, just something that wasn't just a random geological event that, you know, was really, like, the probability would have been in the millions, you know, that they just showed up at the exact time that was to take place. So again, a bit of a strange one, but it wasn't terrible. And, you know, I think it was more than anything setting up a potential future for the Bad Batch. It might well be that they go off, save Crosshair, come back, and they do retire to this island. It could well be that way. You know, they live their entire, you know, rest of their lives there, which would be nice. You know, I think the Bad Batch deserve to have a good retirement whenever it comes around, because they fought hard. You know, they've been through a war, they're now on the run. It's been a stressful life for them. And they don't have that long, let's face it. Clones age twice the speed that, you know, normal humans do. So they've probably got about 20 years left at most, you know. So that's kind of sad to think about. By the time the original trilogy takes place, they're probably all dead. You know, they're all old men. They're probably all dead. I mean, we know Rex was an old man during the original trilogy. But still, it's sad. So yeah, we're going to jump in. Before we do... No, we're just going to jump in. I don't have Patreon anymore. I was going to jump into my Patreon stuff. I haven't done Patreon in like a year, so I don't know why I was doing that. It's old habits. Old habits die hard. So yeah, let's jump in. The Gazanti light cruisers, they are. Question is, where are we exactly? Been a lot of Republic Commando, I suppose Imperial Commandos this season. Oh.
What is going on?
Someone's breaking out the prisoners.
Well, that definitely got their attention. Let's make this quick.
Oh, we're back with Echo and Rex. That's what they've been up to. Oh man, I'm loving the different bits of armor here. Interesting that they're still using the stun setting even on the stormtroopers. Huh. Don't tell me he's just going to chuck another one. Ah, there you go.
databanks.
Oh. Oh, I wonder if this is how they find out the Crosshair's been taken to... Tantis.
Good to see you, Captain. Boys, let's get out of here.
Fireball. I thought it was called Firebolt. I love this. They're basically proving why you should have kept the clones. They've completely outmatched the stormtroopers.
Where was this ship headed? Well, I guess we'll have to get that intel out of you.
He's gonna bite down. Yep. Goddamn stupid loyal Imperial officers.
Pull back. Not yet.
Is it mandatory for all officers to have one of those built into their mouth? Damn, they're really just like, fuck the Gazanti freighter. I'm guessing they were taking them to Tantis. That's why they were taking the clone prisoners.
Is tell me how to find Clone Force.
I don't think he'll know where they are, though.
Something I need.
He wants Omega.
The kid.
And you will have your freedom.
Oh, so this is going to be a real test now. He has to...
Where they are.
Yeah, he's going to have to actually hunt them down. Bring out the Mind Flayer!
But you know how they think. Let's see if we can jog.
He's showing a bit of loyalty to them.
Begin.
Uh-oh. It's Dr. Ball! Nobody listens to Dr. Ball. Ooh, Coruscant. Between this show and The Mandalorian, we've had so much Coruscant recently, and I'm really enjoying it. Is that where they've been hiding out? They're on Coruscant? Makes sense being with the Senator.
Only 3 survived.
Be careful, Echo.
So Echo's here. Where's Rex? She seems to be a bit more sympathetic, but I wouldn't bank on her saving him.
Talk of his dead.
Uh-oh. Is she doing this intentionally? Oh, yeah, he doesn't use the stun setting.
Take a breath.
Ooh, he can. You know what? He might not be able to escape on his own, but get some of those clones out. I like the little details, you know, like he is missing the odd shot, but still hitting most of them. Maybe he can't escape, or maybe he can get a message out.
An unauthorized outgoing transmission is being sent.
He's contacting them. He's telling them to hide, but they're going to be like, he's one of us, we've got to save him. Well, looks like things recovered here fairly quickly.
You got that right.
Hey, Wrecker! Can we get your help? We're fortifying the seawall.
Sure thing, boss.
He is having fun. Oh, Jesus.
Copy that.
That seems unnecessarily risky.
The collision alarms haven't gone off once.
Because it shut it out during your last lesson. But thanks to my excellent instruction and ability to think clearly and
Tech turn?
The tech turn.
it is called. But I rather like it.
I like it too.
I suggest you proceed before I come to my senses.
How was that?
Much better.
They can't see you, stupid people. Stop waving. They don't have a rear mirror.
It's him!
I do not.
That's... yeah. Oh no. Don't encourage her, Echo. She's gone mad with power.
This place is remote. That has its advantages.
Jesus, just landing on people. Who do you think you are, Tarkin?
Inconsequential, Governor.
Yet still concerning. If any
Speaking of
the stolen
Tarkin.
data has compromised your location,
Various protocols are in place to ensure that does not happen.
a growing number have been questioning their orders. We've been routing them out.
As I
You
said
wonder
before,
why?
Simply decommissioning problematic clones will not eliminate the threat.
It will escalate it.
If you send them to me, I can deal with them.
I like how they say decommissioning as in murdering.
Others act as our contacts within the Empire.
So they do.
Go. You've seen the
They have
power
spies.
exposed. You can't defeat them. It's not about that.
It's about saving.
Our brothers.
Yeah, saving your
I
brothers.
understand why you're doing this, but
List other clone prisoners detained by the Advanced Science Division, and Crosshair is one of them.
Yeah, that's what's gonna...
have turned on the Empire. How sure are you about this?
Oh man.
After discovering his clone
Did he get the message out though?
register,
Or it's a trap, like he set for us before.
Hmm.
How do we find out?
I like how they've got their own little codes. Oh man. What if they actually bring in a mind flayer? And that's why it was introduced in
Your escape attempt
last week's Mando.
been the only chance you have of leaving this facility. All I need is the young clone. She means nothing to you. Help me.
But she means something to his brothers.
Freedom till you break.
Dr. Ball's back for business. Oh dear. She's gonna help him. Yeah, at first I was a bit doubtful that the assistant lady doctor would, come to the aid of Crosshair. But I think, given the fact that she's seeing him suffer, the fact that he didn't kill her when he could have done, maybe she is seeing the light, as it were. But I do think that, the Bad Batch are going to go to Tantis. I mean, I don't know how they're going to find out where he is, but they are not going to heed his message to hide. And, that's going to be the crux now for the final few episodes, is it's going to be a case of save Crosshair, find out what the Empire is trying to do to clones. And I love the fact that now we are seeing a little bit of a clone civil war, We've got more than a sort of considerable number of clones who are, falling out of favor with the Empire and actively working against them to, to undermine them. And that's really, it's a logical thing to think about, It's not an easy thing to take an army of millions and just discard them, and just tell them that, sorry, you're no longer needed, go and live on the streets. Some of them are going to resist, some of them are going to fight back, some of them are going to have, questions. And so I like this kind of, fracture almost within the clones themselves. Some will stay loyal, some will disappear, probably just accept their fate. And then you've got, obviously like Echo and Rex, who are actively trying to save as many clones as they can from the Empire. And it again all comes down to Omega. And she's not going to be safe until the cloning facilities are done. And I don't think that's ever going to happen, because we know that the Empire continues with its cloning plans, which are ultimately, I guess technically successful, because Palpatine returned. Somehow Palpatine returned. And, we see Snoke as well. Snoke is, although not technically a successful clone, he is a clone. And you know, again, with them focusing on cloning as well in Mando last week, with Pershing talking about how the Empire's focus and his research was on taking different strands of genetic material and combining them rather than just using one host. You know, that is ultimately what I think they were trying to do. I mean, maybe they were trying to make clone Force users. Maybe that's why they wanted Grogu, and that's why they want Omega. Omega has the purest strand of clone DNA, and Grogu obviously would have the pure strand for a Force user. So maybe that's the two that they were trying to combine. But at this point, you know, obviously Grogu has been broken out of the Jedi Temple and is, you know, being hidden. And Omega is also on the run, being hidden. But yeah, it's an interesting little. I do find it interesting how some of the elements of this and Mandalorian, even though they take place 25 years apart, still kind of match up week on week. And like I say, we've been getting a lot of Coruscants, which is nice. I'm never gonna turn down some Coruscants, whether it's live action or animation. And you know, we're seeing a lot more of the Empire, which is, you know, my favourite element of this show. Don't get me wrong, I love the little adventures that they go on, but for me, the intrigue and the politics of the Empire is always, you know, where it's been at. So, yeah, really good episode. And, you know, again, kind of teasing the fact that they've got this really cushy life on Pabu. They're really integrating well. And even Hunter now is starting to think, you know what, maybe we should settle down. But, you know, again, with Crosshair now being in danger, it's definitely going to drag them back into the mix. And that's where we're going for the last few episodes. So maybe we will, against all the odds, get a Crosshair reunion with the Bad Batch. That would be interesting. It'd be nice. But then again, I get the feel that maybe it's too idyllic. Maybe Crosshair will sacrifice himself in the end. But who knows? Either way, I'm having fun. And there's only a few episodes left, which makes me sad. But thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you for the next one.